Hey guys, Chapter 7, Section 2 video here. We are going to work today on what types of equations can I solve now. In class, if you're in class with us, we have been working on something called the generic rectangle, and we're going to apply that skill to solving for x, solving equations. And easiest way to do this is probably just to try some problems. So our first problem today is we are going to solve this. For quantity, for parenthesis, 2x minus 3 equals 7x plus 1. Now this is probably a problem we could have solved even a few months ago before this video, because we know the strategy is line down the middle, get x by itself, and it looks like distributive property. We have a 4 parentheses, so if you wanted, you could use what we call the generic rectangle. I mean, it is an option. The rectangle would look like this. We are multiplying 4 times 2x minus 3. If we split that down the middle, we got to do 4 times 2x and 4 times minus 3. That'd be 8x. 4 times 2x is 8x, and 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. So we'd get 8x minus 12. But we don't really need the generic rectangle because we use this strategy where we just draw the arrows and say, hey, do 4 times 2x and 4 times minus 3. But either way, we get the same thing, 8x minus 12. And it equals 7x plus 1. And now from here, it's pretty easy cheesy for us. We're going to take the 7x away. 8 minus 7 will give you just an x. It's equal to 1. We're going to take the 12 and add it. And 1 plus 12 is going to give us a nice answer of x equals 13. And that's our solution. But the rest of the problems we're going to look at today are going to be more complicated, where distributive property with the arrows is really not going to work for us just yet. So instead, let's look at one of those problems. Here is a problem that's more complicated. Parentheses x plus 3 squared equals x squared plus 5x minus 2. Remember, we're solving for x here. So line down the equal sign, get x all by itself. Now here's the complicated part of this. We have x squareds. And x plus 3 squared actually means x plus 3 times x plus 3. So how do we deal with x plus 3 times x plus 3? Well, it's a product. So we're going to use that generic rectangle. We're going to take x plus 3 and we're going to times it by x plus 3. Here's how we've learned in class to do that. We split the rectangle into 4 sections. We take the first section and do x times x. That's x squared. We take the next section, we do x times 3. That's 3x. The next corner would be 3 times the x. That'd be 3x. And the last corner would be 3 times 3, which is 9. There's our generic rectangle. But now we got more work to do. We have solving to do. So we're going to take our answer there, and we're going to write it out. We're going to write x squared plus 3x plus 9 equals, now on the other side we've done nothing. So we're going to bring that down and keep it, x squared plus 5x minus 2. Cool. Okay, now we're ready to solve. Well, what can we do here? We can do a few different things. First, let's take the x squared away from both sides. I like that because it gets rid of it. It actually makes it go away. That's nice. So with that gone, we still have 3x plus 9 equals, on the other side, with the x squared gone, we have 5x minus 2. Okay, what can we do next? Well, how about put the 3x's together? 3 plus 3 is 6x. So 6x plus 9 equals 5x minus 2. Okay, how about take the 5x away to the other side? 6 take away 5 is just an x. So x plus 9 equals minus 2. Move the 9 over. Yes, we're going to have an answer. Negative 2 minus 9 is negative 11. There it is. X is equal to negative 11. Nice. Okay, but look at all this work. If I zoom out and I look at my whole screen here, which I hope is kind of what you're looking at with your page, there's a lot of steps involved. This is a big problem. We had to start with that generic rectangle and then slowly work our way through all the variables, getting rid of all the variables. And your work should be really nice and organized like this, nice and neat. All right, let's try another example. Example 3. Here's what we're going to solve. Parenthesis x plus 3 times parenthesis x minus 1 equals x squared plus 3x minus 4. Go ahead and write that down. X squared plus 3x minus 4. Now the line goes down the equal sign, and right away I'm like, double parentheses, x plus 3 and x minus 1. It's generic rectangle. So my mind goes right there, like we got to do the rectangle first. We got to do x plus 3 times x minus 1. So we're going to split that rectangle into 4 sections. Top corner is going to be x times x, which is x squared. Then we're going to do x times negative 1, which is negative 1x. Then we're going to do the 3 times x, which is 3x. and the 3 times negative 1, which is negative 3. And we're going to take those answers that we've got in our generic rectangle and we're going to write them out. X squared minus 1x plus 3x minus 3. Now it equals on the other side that same exact thing. Nothing's happened over there. X squared plus 3x minus 4. But we can solve now. We're ready. First thing I like to do is get rid of the x squared because they're going to cancel out on both sides. I like that. That's nice. Makes it a little simpler. We still have negative 1x plus 3x minus 3 equals 3x minus 4. We got to write all this out. I'm going to combine my x's. Negative 1 plus 3 is 2. So 2x minus 3 equals 3x minus 4. Let's make some space here. How about we take the 2x away to the other side so we can do 3 take away 2. So that's a 1x. So we have negative 3 equals x minus 4. And then take that minus 4, add it to the other side. And we get negative 3 plus 4, which is 1. X is equal to 1. There's our answer. Man, all that work to get x equals 1 as our solution. Again, look how nice and neat our work is. Zoom out, look at the whole thing. It's pretty dang organized. We're lined down the middle and we're going step by step by step. Okay, your turn. You get to try one. Here is your problem. 4 take away 2 parenthesis x plus 1 equals 10. Go ahead and hit the pause button and solve for x. Good luck. All right, you ready to check your answer? I gave you a tricky one because it's not generic rectangle. Not really. I mean, you could use it for the distributive property piece, but I don't think you need it. Here's the thing that most people do on accident, though. They like to do 4 take away 2 is 2. You can't do that. You got to do the distributive first. So if you did 4 minus 2 is 2, you're going to end up with the wrong answer at the end. It's kind of a trick. Your mind sees it. Your eyes like see the 4 take away 2 and you want to combine it. Don't do it. Do your distributive property first. Negative 2x plus, or I guess minus 2 is what you'd end up with. That 4 is just out in front. So it equals 10 and you still got that 4. Now you can solve. Okay, so that 4 is just there. Let's add the 2 to the other side. Let's just start moving things. 10 plus 2 is going to give us a nice 12. So 4 minus 2x equals 12. Now let's move that 4 over to get rid of it. We'll still have a negative 2x, but then we'll have 12 take away 4 is 8. And we'll divide by negative 2, and we'll get a nice answer of negative 4. So how did you do? Did you get the same thing as me, or did you fall for that trick at the beginning? Don't subtract. Do your distributive first. Always take care of the distributive property first. Okay, so wrapping up the video here, just remember generic rectangle is a way to multiply when you have 2 parentheses, double parentheses, but you can use regular distributive property if it's only 1 parenthesis. So you got to pay attention to the equation and decide which strategy is best. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in class.